Li Guangming used to work in the province. One day, he was transferred to Yuan City and served as secretary of the municipal party committee. When Li Guangming was working in the province, he heard that there were illegal car drivers in Yuan City extorting passengers. So, he decided to step down soon after taking office. One afternoon, Li Guangming came to a road and waited for a bus. Not long after, a taxi arrived. After Li Guangming got into the taxi, he found that in addition to the driver, there was a young man in the car. The young man looked fierce. The driver asked Li Guangming where he was going, and Li Guangming replied that he was going to South Street in the city. About 10 minutes later, the taxi arrived at South Street. The driver asked Li Guangming to give him 500 yuan. Li Guangming said to the driver, "Is this a black car for you?" Unexpectedly, as soon as Li Guangming finished speaking, the driver said to Li Guangming, "Don't worry about whether my car is a black car or not. Now you need to give me the money. You can only get off the car after you give the money. If you don't pay, don't even think about getting out of the car." Li Guangming said, "I won't pay. I will call the police immediately." When the young man heard that Li Guangming wanted to call the police, he raised his hand and slapped Li Guangming twice. After Li Guangming was beaten, he angrily said to the young man, "Now is a legal society. If you dare to hit anyone casually, you will be punished." The young man said, "I will beat you today, what can you do to me?" Like? After the young man finished speaking, he took away Li Guangming's mobile phone and 200 yuan. The driver said to Li Guangming, "Let me ask you again, will you pay me?" Li Guangming said, "I have already said that I will not pay you." The driver said, "Since you won't pay me, then I will take you to a place." After the driver finished speaking, he started the taxi. About half an hour later, the taxi arrived at the door of a compound in the suburbs. Then the taxi stopped. After the taxi stopped, the driver and the young man got out of the car. They got out and dragged Li Guangming out of the car. Then, they dragged Li Guangming into the yard. In the yard, the young man said, "If I don't give you any power, look, you still don't know how many eyes Lord Ma has." The driver said to Li Guangming, "You guys are not willing to give me 500 yuan. Since you don't, if you are willing to pay 500 yuan, then we will let you taste what it is like to go hungry." Not long after, the driver and the young man dragged Li Guangming to a house. In the house, the young man said to Li Guangming, "We will starve you for 3 days." After the young man finished speaking, he and the driver walked out. In the evening, Li Guangming's wife saw that Li Guangming had not returned home, so she called Li Guangming's mobile phone, but no one answered. Li Guangming's wife thought Li Guangming was busy, so she hung up the phone. Half an hour later, Li Guangming's wife called Li Guangming's mobile phone again, and this time it was a young man who answered. After Li Guangming's wife heard that the other party was not Li Guangming, she asked who the other party was. The young man said, "Your family won't give you money to take a taxi. You can send the money right now." Li Guangming's wife said, "Yes, I will send the money right away." "Where are you?" After listening to what Li Guangming's wife said, the young man told Li Guangming's wife the address. After Li Guangming's wife hung up the phone, she immediately called Director Su of the Municipal Public Security Bureau. She said to Director Su on the phone, "Director Su, something may have happened to Lao Li." After answering the call from Li Guangming's wife, Director Su felt that the problem was serious, so he quickly mobilized police forces and went to the suburbs. However, when Director Su led the police brigade to the place where the young man told Li Guangming's wife, they found that Li Guangming was no longer in the house. So Director Li took out his cell phone and dialed Li Guangming's cell phone, only to find that Li Guangming's cell phone had been turned off. Seeing that Li Guangming's cell phone was turned off, Director Su issued an order: all checkpoints in the city must inspect all vehicles passing through the checkpoints. So, where did Li Guangming go? It turned out that the young man and the driver were very cunning and installed surveillance cameras on the roof. When they discovered the police brigade, they immediately fled with Li Guangming. So where did the young man and the driver escape with Li Guangming? It turned out that the young man and the driver took Li Guangming and fled into a cave. In the cave, the young man said to Li Guangming, "I really underestimated your family. Your family actually called the police." Li Guangming said, "You don't know who I am, right?" The driver said, We don't need to know who you are, we just want money. Since your family has called the police, you must give us 50,000 yuan, otherwise we will not let you go." Li Guangming said, "If I give you 50,000 yuan, will you let me go?" The young man said, "As long as you give us 50,000 yuan, we will let you go." Li Guangming said, "Give me your phone. I will transfer 50,000 yuan to you." As soon as Li Guangming finished speaking, the young man gave Li Guangming's mobile phone. After Li Guangming took the phone, he said to the young man, "Tell me your WeChat ID, and I will add your WeChat ID and transfer the money to you. Soon, Li Guangming added the young man's WeChat ID and then transferred it to the young man. 50,000 yuan. Unexpectedly, as soon as he transferred the money to the young man, his mobile phone was snatched away by the young man. Li Guangming said to the young man, "I have already transferred 50,000 yuan to you, why are you still snatching my mobile phone? Don't you keep your word and won't let me go?" The young man said, "Of course we keep our word, I took it. Your mobile phone is to prevent you from calling the police." The driver said to Li Guangming, "You can leave now." After listening to the driver's words, Li Guangming walked out of the cave. After Li Guangming came down the mountain, he came to a village at the foot of the mountain. In the village, he asked a villager, "Where is the village committee office?" About 10 minutes later, Li Guangming came to the village committee office and met the village secretary. He said to the village secretary, "I am Li Guangming, secretary of the municipal party committee, and I want to borrow your office phone to make a call." Soon, Li Guangming dialed Director Su's mobile phone. He told Director Su what happened to him on the phone. After listening to what he said, Director Su said, "Secretary Li, I will pick you up right away." About half an hour later, Director Su led a group of police officers to the village committee office. Li Guangming said to Director Su, "Director Li, those two guys should still be on the mountain." Director Su said, "I will immediately order a search of the mountain." After Li Guangming returned home, his wife said to him, "I said, Lao Li, you shouldn't conduct an unannounced investigation alone. You should bring someone with you to conduct an unannounced investigation." Half a month later, the young man and the driver were arrested. After they were caught, Director Su called Li Guangming. He said to Li Guangming on the phone, "Secretary Li, those two guys were arrested." Li Guangming said, "I'll come to the police station right away." After Li Guangming arrived at the Public Security Bureau, entered the room where the driver and the young man were staying, Li Guangming said to them, "You are really lawless. Not only do you extort passengers, but you also imprison them. Who gave you the courage?" After listening to Li Guangming's words, the young man, he said very arrogantly, "Do you know who my uncle is? If my uncle knew that I was caught, he would come to save me." Li Guangming said to the young man, "It seems that your uncle is very capable. Can you tell me who your uncle is?" The young man said, "My uncle is Deputy Mayor Zhao. Let me go quickly. If you don't let me go quickly, you will regret it when my uncle comes." Li Guangming said, "It turns out that you are Deputy Mayor Zhao's nephew, no wonder you are so arrogant. Well, I will call Deputy Mayor Zhao now and ask him to come over." After Li Guangming finished speaking, he took out his mobile phone from his pocket. "Then I called Vice Mayor Zhao. After the call is connected, he said to Vice Mayor Zhao, 'Deputy Mayor Zhao, it's like this. There is a young man who says he is your nephew. He is in the Public Security Bureau now. Come here quickly.'" After Li Guangming finished the phone call, say to the young man, "I have already called Vice Mayor Zhao, and he will be here soon." About 20 minutes later, Vice Mayor Zhao came to the Public Security Bureau. After he walked into the room where the young man and the driver were staying, found Li Guangming and Director Su in the room. So he quickly greeted Li Guangming and Director Su. Li Guangming pointed at the young man and said to Vice Mayor Zhao, "He said he was your nephew." Vice Mayor Zhao said to the young man, "Tell me how you got caught." The young man said, "I didn't commit a crime and the police just picked me up." At this time Li Guangming spoke. Li Guangming said, "Deputy Mayor Zhao, it's like this. I took their taxi. After driving for 10 minutes, they asked me to pay 500 yuan. When I didn't give the money, your nephew slapped me twice. Later they put me in a dark room." After hearing what Li Guangming said, Vice Mayor Zhao, he said to the young man very angrily, "You little bastard, you are so bold that you hit Secretary Li. I think your good days have come to an end." By this time, only then did the driver and the young man find out that Li Guangming was the municipal party committee secretary. The young man cried and said, "Uncle, I really didn't know he was the secretary of the municipal party committee. If I knew he was the secretary of the municipal party committee, give me 100 courages, and I wouldn't dare to hit him." Turn out to be. The young man's name is Zhao Shan. I am 22 years old this year. Zhao Shan used to work in a factory. But he felt that working in the factory was too hard, so he left the factory. After he left the factory, stay at home and play games all day. One day, He heard that some people are making money driving black cars now. So he came up with the idea of driving a black car. Just do it. He soon found his friend Wang Yuan. As a result, the two hit it off immediately. Soon the two of them bought a car. The car is then disguised as a taxi. To be honest, Zhao Shan and Wang Wen made a lot of money driving black cars. After Li Guangming returned to the office, it was decided to hold a meeting of the Municipal Party Committee Standing Committee the next day. The next morning, Li Guangming presided over the Municipal Standing Committee. At the Standing Committee meeting, Li Guangming told the Standing Committee members his experience. After listening to his words, the Standing Committee members, they all said, "The driver of the black car is too arrogant." A resolution was formed before the end of the Standing Committee. The content of the resolution is, the Municipal Public Security Bureau should immediately investigate and deal with illegal vehicles. In the afternoon, Director Su presided over a meeting of middle-level cadres of the Municipal Public Security Bureau. At the meeting, Director Su said, "The Standing Committee of the Municipal Party Committee has formed a resolution. The content of the resolution is that the Municipal Public Security Bureau should immediately investigate and deal with illegal vehicles." Then, Director Su arranged the work of investigating and dealing with illegal cars. One morning a week later, Director Su walked into Li Guangming's office. He reported to Li Guangming. After a week of investigation, the Public Security Bureau investigated a total of 78 illegal cars and punished 78 illegal car drivers. In the afternoon, Li Guangming received a call from his wife. His wife said to him on the phone, "I just met a black car and was extorted 600 yuan. After Li Guangming answered his wife's call, I called Director Su immediately. He told Director Su on the phone that his wife had just been extorted 600 yuan by a black car driver. Director Su said, "Secretary Li, I will investigate immediately." The next morning, Director Su entered Li Guangming's office. Then he reported to Li Guangming. He said in his report, "Yesterday, the driver who blackmailed Li Guangming's wife was the brother-in-law of Director Han of the Municipal Party Committee Propaganda Department." Li Guangming said to Director Su, "I'll call Minister Han right away." After Li Guangming finished speaking, he picked up the phone on his desk. "Then I called Minister Han. After the call is connected, he said to Minister Han, 'Minister Han, come to my office right away.' It doesn't take long. Minister Han came to Li Guangming's office. Li Guangming said to Minister Han, 'Minister Han, your brother-in-law is really lawless and even drove a black car to blackmail my wife.' Minister Han said, 'I have heard about it, and I will definitely educate him well.' Soon, Vice Mayor Zhao and Minister Han have both been transferred to second-line work.